Hello and welcome to Movie Reviews by South and Normal with your host, me, Michael Soren. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about something that probably shouldn't be reviewed, shouldn't even exist, but here we are. Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. Now, this is a pure nostalgia purchase by Paramount Plus. What is it? Viacom, CBS, whoever, like Paramount, whoever owns that streaming service. This movie was purely funded on the hopes to get nostalgia views, to get people my generation and previous generation to buy in to something from their youth. Because it's not good. Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe had no real good laughs. I think maybe two. Like, that's not what you want in a comedy. Like, I think back to Bob's Burgers, which I just watched, which is a similar style of cartoon, a similar style of humor. Less crude than Beavis and Butthead, but still, and I laughed my ass off at Bob's Burgers. This could be considered a sequel to Beavis and Butthead Do America from the 90s. I mean, I think about it, Bill Clinton was president in that movie. But, it was just nothing to really sink your teeth into with this movie. It overused the kicking Beavis in the nads joke, their love of nachos, the terminology for scoring, the terminology for wang, schlong, things like that, and the innuendo for masturbation jokes. It was just all overdone. And it was the same joke for 86 minutes. The story was flimsy. Animation was, like, the funny thing about the animation is you could tell they used newer technology to make it look like it was back then. Like the acetate hand-drawn animation that Beavis and Butthead was. You can tell they used computers to try and make it look like that, but since they had computers, they were able to do a little more. And it just looked bad. And then a movie that could have been hilarious had they done it differently. I don't know what that looks like, but it could have been hilarious. It could have hit better notes than it did. Maybe if Mike Judge directed it, it would have. I don't know how much he wrote it. I can't remember. But it was just a terrible, terrible movie. And I watched it, hoping to get that nostalgia feel to make me laugh and have a good time, but it just didn't happen. The premise of the movie is we're in now time. So we go back 24 years to 1998, and Beavis and Butthead blow up the school, and instead of getting sentenced to prison, they get sentenced to space camp. And in space camp, they get selected to go to space. Once in space, everything goes bad, and they get murdered. End up going through a wormhole, so now they're flash forward to 24 years from then to now. The astronaut who murdered them is running for re-election. She wants to murder them again to silence them. FBI is looking for him, or CIA, or someone's looking for him to dissect them. It's just a very flimsy premise to attach a movie to, and they do it poorly. They bring all the jokes, like I said. They bring all the famous jokes that made like people laugh during Beavis and Butthead, but they just do nothing new and nothing worth sinking your teeth into and writing home about. Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. Half a star. Not good. Check it out on Paramount Plus. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Hit the subscribe button. Follow along for more great content when it drops. I'm your host, Michael Soren. Thank you for tuning in.